What is your long-distance success story? Also, any advice? 3 years. That's how long Jessica and I had been doing the whole long-distance thing after high school. We'd promised each other that we would make it work, no matter the distance or circumstances. The lack of physical proximity was hard, but it was a burden we chose to bear. One day, I received a letter from Jessica. It was neatly handwritten, as always, filled with her usual anecdotes and shared dreams. But this time, the tone shifted halfway through the letter. She wrote about how she had met someone else, someone in her town. It was an honest confession, and she wanted to end our relationship. I remember clutching that letter, my vision blurring with tears. The pain was raw, deep, a gnawing emptiness that throbbed with every beat of my heart. The following day, I was startled by a knock at my door. I opened it to find Jessica, standing there, drenched from the rain and her eyes brimming with a sorrowful desperation. I was shocked, numb. Before I could say a word, she began to explain. She had lied in the letter. There was no other person. Jessica confessed she had been diagnosed with a severe illness. She feared the burden it would put on me, the toll it might take on our relationship. In her mind, the lie was a way to set me free, to spare me from her reality. I remember the silence that followed. It hung in the air, thick and choking, as I processed her revelation. Betrayal, relief, and a sudden surge of anger washed over me. I wanted to yell at her for the deceit, for making decisions for me. But when I saw the fear in her eyes, it melted away, replaced by a deep sense of sadness and determination. Pulling her into a hug, I reassured her. We're in this together. I murmured, whatever comes, we face it together. The surprise of her sudden appearance, the shock of her confession, and the emotional roller coaster that followed, caused a whirlwind of emotions within me. But one thing was clear, our love was strong enough to weather any storm. Our relationship wasn't just about the happy moments, it was about facing the trials together, growing stronger amidst the pain. I held her, whispering words of reassurance, ignoring the dampness seeping into my shirt from her rain-soaked clothes. We stood in silence, absorbing the weight of the reality she had dropped onto our relationship. We promised each other strength, support, and a lot of fight. Over the following months, our relationship transformed. No longer was it merely about love letters and romantic phone calls, but it became a crucible of hospital visits, therapy sessions, and quiet nights where we found solace in each other's presence. We discovered strength we didn't know we had and love deeper than we'd ever felt. A year later, Jessica was declared in remission. Our world, which had shrunken down to hospital rooms and waiting lounges, began to expand again. We were ecstatic, relieved. We celebrated with a small party, just family and close friends. I proposed to Jessica that night. She looked at me with tear-filled eyes, a radiant smile, and nodded a yes. I thought that was it. The worst was over. We had come out of the storm, stronger and closer than ever. We began planning our life together, the future we had always dreamed of. Jessica moved in, and for the first time in a long time, our relationship felt normal. However, life had one more curveball to throw at us. Just a few months after Jessica moved in, I fell sick. After multiple tests and an agonizing wait, the diagnosis came in. I had a rare, non-life-threatening but chronic illness. It was ironic, really. All the while, Jessica had feared burdening me with her illness, and in the end, I was the one who became a burden. Of course, Jessica never saw it that way. She took it in stride, becoming my caregiver, my rock, just as I had been for her. In the end, the roles had reversed, but our promise remained the same. We faced it together, loved each other through it. We learned that love wasn't just about sharing joy and happiness, but also the burdens, the struggles. It wasn't a fairy tale, but it was our story, filled with ironic twists and turns, a testament to our resilience and unwavering love.